Hey everyone, this is Scott Leroy of Scott Leroy Marketing, and we are going to go over everything that's accessible for you in the virtual text services package that is currently being offered. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go through this in different sections, and we're going to talk about everything under the Agent Resources tab. So in order to access this Agent Resources tab, the first thing you'll want to do is sign in at the top right with your Market Center number. Once you sign in with that Market Center number, everything under this Resources tab will pop up for you. So for this part, we're going to talk about the questionnaire section for the new agent onboarding process. All right, so once a new agent joins KW, they can fill out one of our questionnaires on this website to get fully set up with all their KW tools. Now, this is going to include setting up their command backend, whether it's their marketing profile, their website, their app, their KW Connect profile, DocuSign, their white pages, their email. All right, it'll include anything and everything an agent will need to jumpstart their process and their career at KW immediately. So let's take a look at some of these different questionnaire options that are accessible right now. Now, the best part is these questionnaires are actually being redone as we speak. So currently what I'm going to show you is our first version of our questionnaire, and I'll give you a little bit of a sneak peek of our second version as well too that we're slowly working on right now. So here are all the different options that are currently available for y'all to utilize. The first option we have on here is our setup questionnaire. Now this is our bread and butter questionnaire that's available for you to use that'll go over pretty much any question an agent will need to answer in order for us to fully get them up and running. Now the good part about this is specific for your Market Center number. So if there's certain items that you want to remove on there, all right, we can go through and take that off immediately for you. All right, now on top of that, we also happen to have our short form setup. This is a basic questionnaire in order to just get the agents up and running. All right, so this isn't going to ask for certain items like their designations, social media sites. It's only going to ask for the bare minimum. What do you want as your password? What do you want as your email? What's your current personal email for us to reach back out to you? What's your cell phone number? All right, but it's going to leave off the extra items, so it's only going to ask for the nitty-gritty to help out immediately on there. Now, on top of that, we also have one for agents transferring from one KW office to another. All right, so say if they're working over here in Orlando and now they've moved out to California, this will help to do kind of an intra-KW transfer. We have one for what we consider to be expansion agents, so agents that are working in two market centers. All right, we have one for cappers on here, and the way I always describe our capper questionnaire is kind of like the old Disney FastPass system, where basically you've got your queue line or your standby line, and then you have another line that's kind of shooting to the front. All right, so if you submit this questionnaire before, about 3 p.m. Eastern time, the capper will be in our same day turnaround to get them up and running immediately. Now, say if they submitted at maybe like 7, 8, 9, 10 at night, then they'll automatically be at the top of our queue for that next business day turnaround. All right, so that'll help out tremendously on there. Now, what we'll basically do for the cappers on here is not only will we get them set up a little bit quicker since we know they're in production, they need to have everything done, but then we're also going to add in some additional items for them. So we're going to automatically add in some extra items on their site. We're going to ask them for their contact. We're going to help them to get everything up and running specifically on those smart plans, get everything added in, see what might be going on with their database that they need adjusted as well too, because obviously they're coming over from another company. We want to make it as smooth as possible. All right, if you're looking for an R2 one-off package, so we do have R2 packages that are one-off a la carte options that are very white glove. We do have that accessible as well too. All right, but then we have one for teams joining on to KW, agents that are coming back to KW. All right, maybe they left and they decided to join back on KW. They went to another brokerage or they just got out of real estate. We have one for admins that are now agents, staff, much like probably most of the people watching this video. We have one for hidden agents. So basically a capper that's coming over that hasn't alerted their brokerage that they've left quite yet. All right, so maybe they're in the process of coming over and they're already inside Winmore. So that way we can kind of help to get everything launched without making them live. And then this is my personal favorite, the existing agent questionnaire. This is meant for every agent in the office to have a full audit. So let's say, for instance, it is, December 15th, 2022. All All right, if an agent comes up and says, hey, I joined last year on December 15th of 2021, they can fill out this existing agent questionnaire, and then we'll go through and audit their entire account to see what is new that they may not be taking advantage of that's happened over the past year. So this questionnaire is phenomenal for any agent that's been with the office for about a year, just to get that yearly check-in with the doctor is how I explain it. It's fantastic for any agent that might be on a team that's leaving the team to go out on their own, so that way we can make sure that everything is fully up and running. All right, or it's great for agents that have been there for a long time that maybe haven't adjusted to some of the new technology that KW is consistently launching. Now, our setup questionnaire on here is going to be exactly that. It's just going to ask the agents for some quick questions. What's their cell phone number? Do they have any social media profiles, any designations, a bio? So a lot of questions on here just to kind of help them out a little bit further. Now, the reason that we have all these questions is because obviously we want to go through and personalize everything. And as you can see during this, depending on who you're signed in as, it'll pop up with some specific information. Now, the best part is we can go through and remove any of these items. So if you're saying like, hey, we don't want to give them options on their KW email or their website, we just want to use first name, last name, first initial, first name, last name, first name dash last name. All right, we can do all that for you. All right, so just let us know and we can adjust this to fit your needs. All right, but once the agent completes everything on here, all right, then they'll be able to send this off to us and we'll be able to actually go through and adjust everything right away to get them fully set up. So once they click the send button at the very bottom, it'll take them to a thank you page, and then a thank you email will come out with a horrifically cheesy video of myself saying thank you for filling everything out. Now, the goal on that is really to help the agents to let them know that, hey, everything was submitted to us properly, everything is good to go, and that's going to jumpstart our setup process. Now, what'll happen over here, just to give you all a heads up, so what'll happen over here is once they send off that questionnaire, it's going to go to what we call our questionnaire queue. All right, our questionnaire queue in this case is going to be really our place to find everything for the agent to get them up and running. So think of it as like that queue line like I was talking about before at Disney. Now, in this case, once they go to our Tier 1 team, so our Tier 1 team is going to go through and set up the agent with everything possible. All right, so this means that they're going to go through and do the full setup and then send that off to our Tier 2 team for accuracy. Now, once our Tier 2 team receives that, you'll also receive a copy of this as well. All right, this email is going to come over and it's going to say it's our Keller Cloud Setup Complete First Draft for Leadership. What that is meant to do is it's meant to alert you that as leadership, if you want to go through and then reach out to the agent and say, hey, you're about to be fully complete on your setup of all the KW technology, let's schedule our next meeting. This will give you a leg up on the agent, so that way you can reach out to them before they ever receive that setup complete email. Because then once our Tier 2 team checks everything, and they'll check it for compliance, for accuracy to make sure that everything lines up correctly with that questionnaire, then it'll be sent off to the agent directly, and you'll be blind carbon copied on that setup complete email, so you'll have a copy of that full setup complete email as well too, for the second version that's sent to the agent. All right, so here's what the setup complete this is what the questionnaire looks like for the standard setup questionnaire. And then for the existing agent questionnaire, it's literally 6 questions. All right, so, and 2 of them are just about your name. All right, so once the agent clicks this send button on here, this will allow us to then go through and do a full audit of their account. So this is perfect for any agent in the office to make sure that they're utilizing all the newest technology, that they're utilizing their transactions properly, that they're taking advantage of everything that's available for them for free as a Keller Williams agent. So if you're looking at getting your agents integrated and, really adopting Command, this is a great way to go through, because then it's going to take all of that off their plate and allow them to just utilize the system with everything already ready to go. Now, I did promise that I was going to show y'all a sneak peek of what our new questionnaire is going to look like. So let me move this over real quick. This is the beta version, so obviously it could change very soon. But our new agent questionnaire on here is going to be a little bit simpler. All right, so it's just going to be one question at a time for the agents to fill out. All right, so once they put inside that information, they can click on the next section, and it'll be a little bit easier to go through and adjust this at any time. Plus, it'll give the agents the option to pause this and come back to it as well too, where they can put inside their email and then receive a resume link on here All right, I won't click on it. We'll do it that way. All right, so that way it'll automatically send them a link where they can come back to it later on if they're not able to complete it at that same time. All right, so this has been the first part of everything that's available with our virtual text services package for the Market Center. So once again, to access everything, you're going to want to go under Agent Resources. All right, and then you're going to want to go right under here and hover over Questionnaires to access all of these. Now, there are two different ways that you can obviously have the agents fill out the questionnaire. These are the two most popular ways. So there are different ways outside of two. I shouldn't say there are only two. The number one way is when offices will reach out to us directly saying, here's a new agent, here's the new associate at KDB.com email with the agent's contact information. All right, that way we'll have their login and password on file. So if the agent doesn't put it on our questionnaire, we can utilize that immediately. All right, or whenever you're doing the intake process with the agent, maybe they're filling out the intake paperwork there at the office. If you want to have them fill out that new agent questionnaire on a laptop or a desktop in the office, that's perfect. Then we can hold that on file until they're officially put inside Winmore to access everything immediately and get them set up that same day. All right, so that is part one of our virtual text services on here. All right, come back for part two that'll be uploaded very soon. And of course, if you want to have an overview with me as well, go into the description of this video and feel free to schedule a time on our Calendly link. All right, that way I can give you a full walkthrough of everything that's accessible for you to make sure that you're taking advantage of all of our services, all of our support, all of our leverage, not only now, but also in 2023 and beyond. All right, hopefully this was educational, and I look forward to seeing y'all very soon. Have a great day today.